course, back in November, we had our site visit from the Department of Human Services for Substance Abuse and Mental Health. And the previous year was our first year under our new management scheme with Wasatch Mental Health. And it was kind of a cleanup thing, and we did have some findings from that year. This year, for both mental health and substance abuse, they acknowledged we had addressed the findings from the previous year and remedied the solutions, and there were no findings in any of them for this site visit. So I just wanted to let you know that I've got a copy of the report if any of you are interested. I've got it in my office, and come grab it, look at it if you'd like. I may have it electronic. I'm not sure if I do or not.
If you do, would you?
Yeah. Next item, just a reminder, the UAC, the legislature is coming up on the 29th. If you want to get you have to get a ticket for that. If you want to participate, it starts in the morning, and it kind of ends with a lunch in the Capitol. They've had it in the Rotunda, and you get to then get you go pull out your legislators and have lunch with them there in the Rotunda. It's a pretty good experience if you haven't done it before. I'm planning on being up there, so
That's next Friday, a week from Friday.
a week from Friday. Legislature starts Tuesday or Monday. The Association of Districts start meeting on Tuesday at noon, and that'll carry through the legislative session.
On the 26th, next Tuesday.
It'll be every Tuesday once legislature starts at noon, and I think they're in the Copper Room. It's in the Senate building. When you go in on the east side, you go in where the cafeteria is, and if you go to the left, it's in one of those rooms. I think it's the Copper Room that's usually in. UAC hasn't announced when their meeting will be, but I know I've got a notice that there's a meeting with Senator Henderson next Tuesday, so I think that's with Mike. I'll check on that, but I'm not attending.
Mike, do we have somebody in the past we've had a council that comes and gives us some critical legislation that will affect county in various ways?
Solar's kind of always been our guy there, isn't it?
Mike has some.
At one time we did have a lobbyist hired. Currently, we have the publicist through Anderson. She is following that for us, but we don't have anything beyond that.
Who's
for the
on the
county.
Legislative? Mike and Danny. So
My suggestion is my thought is by working with the UAC and the Association of Districts, we would probably cover the majority of the pertinent information we would need to have. There's nothing akin to last year on the horizon. There are some issues. I did just find out, I went out to the basin, doing a basin water conference on Tuesday, and Representative Powell is proposing a bill that would cap the tax limit on any water taken through the Upper Basin Colorado system. Now that doesn't directly affect us. It could very much indirectly affect us because a lot of our water that we receive is federal water on an exchange for Upper Basin water. I called him today and asked him to please explain to me, and he says, well, I just think the water users ought to pay for it. It's much more complex than that. And so we may need to want to talk to Representative Powell on this.
Ask them to find a way to fund the Lake Powell pipeline.
Yeah, but it could have an adverse effect on us up in this area because of the transbasin diversions out of Strawberry Valley That's all, Strawberry Valley is Colorado Upper Basin water. All that flows from Colorado. This basin doesn't. Provo River goes straight somewhere. So we receive the benefit of that Colorado Basin water through exchanges on federal water. We receive all our M&I water, our ag supplement water. That is all coming off of that. And so I see this as somewhat of a problem potential.
How would that even work, Mike? Because the block notice has already been issued and the repayment is already calculated.
It is, and there's already bonding. And I think there's a lot of problems with this. I'm right with you on that. It's like all this stuff's established already. It's not like we're in the midst of it. And his comment to me was, well, when you build stuff, you got to make the users pay for it. Well, when you build water infrastructure, you don't have all the users when you build it. You never do. That's an impossibility. You build it for the future growth. Water infrastructure, you always do that. When you build a dam, you don't already have the users, or you wouldn't need the dam. So I think we need to work on that one. But there'll be a lot like that. I know there's a list that came out already from the Association of Districts of a lot of bills. I've been working my way through them. There's over 100 in their list already. I know there's assessment issues coming up that will affect districts that you guys want to make sure you're involved with. And I know that JSSD still has lobbying efforts going on, and they'll be feeding information into.
I got an email yesterday from Sheriff Bonner on the impacts of marijuana. I'm taking that to the Board of Health meeting tomorrow. I suspect they'll probably take a stand. The Sheriff's Association is taking a stand.
That's something that you may want to consider taking a formal written stand on and get to our representatives, because I think they're looking for that information, first of all. I think they'd like to know how people feel about it. So that's something you probably...
And the health department might do it.
But the council themselves, I think, would be appropriate too. Anyway, that's all coming up, and so I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. Also, I showed you and discussed with you those policies issues. We're going ahead and asking for contracts from the districts to get that all straightened out. Greg's been working with the USIP on the insurance to get those things switched over. And so I think we're making progress on all of that, and I just wanted you to know that's in the works. That's all I've got.
Okay. Steve, you said we had a need for a closed session. Who was it? You don't?
No, I don't have it. I just asked if we were going to have one. No.
Hey,
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.